A princess, a playboy, and a disturbing accident. Dodi Fayed and Princess Diana's fateful first meeting changed everything, but their relationship ended in tragedy. Dodi Fayed was born into a wealthy family, but he also had a career of his own as a film producer. He served as producer for several movies between the 1980s and 1990s, including Hook and Chariots of Fire. Fayed is perhaps best known as being a playboy, a title bestowed upon him by the press due to his extensive relationship history. According to The Guardian, he was often seen publicly with different celebrities, including Winona Ryder, Brooke Shields, and Julia Roberts. While he was reportedly only interested in famous women, he didn't seem to want any commitments. However, before meeting Princess Diana, there were two exceptions to the commitment phobia practiced by Fayed. First, he was married to Suzanne Gregard, who is best known for her modeling work in the 1980s. According to The Sun, the two wed in 1986, but divorced just 6 months later. Fayed almost got married a second time. This time, he proposed to another model named Kelly Fisher. As The Guardian reported, Fisher and Fayed were together for about 2 years, which was considered an unusually long time for Fayed. Before meeting Dodi Fayed, Princess Diana knew his father first. Mohammed Al Fayed had been photographed with her at a polo match in 1987. According to The Guardian, years later, Diana met with the wealthy patriarch at a London charity event during the summer of 1997, and he subsequently invited her and sons Prince William and Prince Harry aboard his private yacht. That's where she got to know Dodi a little better. There were rumours, according to The Independent, that Fayed first met Diana after a polo match a decade earlier in 1986, where he ironically faced off against Prince Charles, but there's no concrete evidence that the pair officially met at that event. Fayed's father, also having an interest in getting to know the royal family for years, had extended the invitation to Diana to help her catch a break from the paparazzi. He also was reportedly hoping that his son and Diana might get along. Furthermore, it's thought that Mohammed Al Fayed considered a possible relationship between his son and Diana as a way to become more respected by British social groups. Part of this had to do with a fallout in British opinion years earlier over possible dishonesty with which the businessman sold the Harrods department store, according to Time. On top of this planned meeting on Mohammed Al Fayed's private yacht, he also reportedly helped provide Diana with a security detail. At first, it seemed that Mohammed Al Fayed's wishes would come true. Upon meeting on a yacht, and subsequently at a Fayed family vacation home in Saint-Tropez, France, his son Dodi and Princess Diana seemed to hit it off right away. Interestingly, while Al Fayed was getting more acquainted with Diana, the family patriarch wasn't a complete stranger to Diana's family. According to The Mirror, Al Fayed knew Diana's father and stepmother through their work on the board of Harrods.
It started on the French Riviera.
During this vacation, everything seemed to be going smoothly for all parties involved, with one major exception: Dodi Fayed's fiancée, Kelly Fisher. The couple had been together for a couple of years, with their marriage reportedly set to take place the same summer Fayed met Diana. Nevertheless, Fayed took an interest in Diana, and the feelings appeared to be mutual. According to the Associated Press, Diana wrote Fayed a note relaying, quote, "a million heartfelt thanks" after the vacation. It was from there that the duo became romantically involved, with Fayed sending Diana gifts and the pair reuniting when Diana's children were staying with their father, as she and King Charles III were already divorced at this point. While in France, Princess Diana met Fayed after her recent breakup with Pakistani surgeon and cardiologist Hasnat Khan in July 1997. As such, it was speculated by some that Diana regarded Fayed as a rebound fling, and not a serious relationship that Diana had hoped for with Khan. Biographer Judy Wade told People magazine that Diana had wanted to marry Khan and that, quote, "Dodi became Diana's distraction." Wade went on to speculate, perhaps Diana wanted to be photographed frolicking with Dodi to make Hasnat pay for their recent rows. It's difficult to know how serious Diana was about Fayed, and vice versa. On the one hand, the couple grew fond of each other quickly enough for Fayed to end his engagement to Fisher.
Told her friends she was deliriously happy with Dodi Al Fayed.
At the same time, Fayed was also reportedly on a quest to please his father for once. As for Diana's intentions, there was also doubt that she would get too serious with a so-called Playboy so suddenly. As Wade told People magazine, after knowing Dodi only 6 weeks, that wasn't enough time for her to decide. The boys were her priority, and she would have consulted them. Unfortunately, we will never know whether Diana was seriously considering a long-term commitment with Fayed, and how such a relationship might have played out. Fayed reportedly got engaged to girlfriend and model Kelly Fisher in 1997, which is the same year he and Princess Diana connected. While the exact details aren't known, it's thought that the engagement ended once the infamous photograph of Diana and Fayed kissing was published in the Sunday Mirror in August 1997, just weeks after the pair met in Saint-Tropez. Also, Fisher reportedly had no idea about the affair until she saw the Sunday Mirror photograph along with the rest of the world. Around the same time, Fayed reportedly ended his engagement to Fisher and even tried to deny that there were plans to marry in the first place. Yet Fisher not only had an engagement ring from Fayed, but he had also reportedly even bought a house in Malibu, California for the two to settle into once they were married. Fisher hired renowned attorney Gloria Allred and sued Fayed for breach of contract, claiming that the relationship had not only caused her emotional distress, but was career-damaging too. According to The Independent, Allred said at the time that Fisher had sidelined her modeling career to spend more time with Fayed. Fayed was not only known as being a playboy, but he had other vices and dangerous lifestyle habits that also stirred up controversy. Among these included his reported drug use, as well as his affinity for spending his parents' money. While such information remained under the radar for many years, Fayed found that dating Princess Diana brought increased media scrutiny of his personal life to the public eye. One controversy was Fayed's cocaine habit that started in the 1980s, according to The Guardian. Film director Stan Dragotti also told the publication that, quote, it was a social thing, and that, quote, cocaine gave Dodi a personality. On top of that, Fayed's father spent a lot of money trying to get him started in various businesses, but these didn't ever seem to pan out. He also bought a lot of material items in an attempt to gain attention, including the latest vehicles and electronics. While it's not known how much the increased media attention on his lifestyle impacted Fayed personally, there was already speculation from those who knew Diana that Fayed wasn't the right fit for her. Increased media attention, a broken engagement, and even a lawsuit seemed to not deter Fayed from continuing to pursue his relationship with Diana. While the couple had only been together for mere weeks, there were signs that things were getting serious. This included a possible engagement. According to the Washington Post, a French jeweler reportedly sold Fayed and Diana a diamond ring on August 30th, 1997. He recalled that the couple had already picked out which ring they wanted ahead of time and were only in the store for about 5 minutes. At the time, Fayed and Diana also reportedly didn't reveal any information about getting engaged or any upcoming wedding plans.
Dodi was thinking about proposing to her.
Yes, absolutely. He bought her a ring.
Unfortunately, we'll never know whether Fayed had plans to propose to Diana. Michael Cole, an Al Fayed family spokesman, had previously denied Fayed had intended on marrying Diana before later changing his story. Biographer Dodi Fayed had an entirely different take on the situation, casting doubt that Diana would get that serious with Fayed, per People magazine. Just weeks after Fayed started dating Princess Diana, the pair were killed in a high-speed car crash, during which they were being chased by the press. According to People, Fayed and Diana had been on Sardinia, an island in the Mediterranean, before making a last-minute change to visit Paris. Still, the paparazzi had learned they were there. During the early hours of August 31st, 1997, Fayed and Diana found themselves being chased by aggressive paparazzi. Fayed was killed along with Diana in a catastrophic accident in a Parisian tunnel. The driver of their vehicle, Henri Paul, was also killed and was later determined to have been drunk and speeding at the time of the wreck. Sadly, Fayed and Diana dated for just a few months before their untimely deaths. It's also hard to say exactly what Fayed thought about his romance with Diana and his life in general since. As The Guardian noted, there's no record of Fayed ever giving an official interview. However, there's no doubt that his relationship with Diana profoundly changed his life in just a short amount of time. Today, we now know that the untimely deaths of Princess Diana and Fayed were attributed to a combination of unfortunate facts, including aggressive paparazzi and a couple who desperately wanted some alone time. At the time, however, Mohammed Al Fayed began perpetuating a conspiracy about his son's fatal accident. He claimed the crash wasn't accidental and that the British royal family was complicit in the deaths of his son and Diana. According to Time magazine, he even claimed that Diana may have been pregnant with Dodi's child, which explained their secret engagement. This, Mohammed Al Fayed claimed, was why the royal family wanted to orchestrate the crash.
They've been murdered. Dodi and Diana been murdered.
None of these claims have been backed up by any evidence. An 832-page report released in 2006 found that actions by both Paul and the paparazzi were likely to blame for the deadly accident. It also stated that Dodi and Diana weren't engaged and that Diana was not pregnant.